This is a 3-part video series. We truly believe that your investment in watching these video series will substantially increase your probability of putting a successful application forward. Thank you for your dedication to this process. Let's dive in and begin looking at your interest, how we can realize your potential, and putting that all into formulating your grant goal. So eligibility requirements. We have 3 major things that you have to fit into to be able to get a grant. One, you have to be 18 years or older. But we do a lot of work in the schools with seniors that might be 17 to get them ready so when they turn 18, they're already ready to fill in a grant. You have to be Native American. That does not mean you have to be enrolled. You just have to tie your descendancy to an enrolled member. And we also fund First Nation, our First Nation relatives in Canada under that requirement. To show that you're Native, maybe you're not enrolled, but to prove that descendancy, we're not looking necessarily for birth certificates or official documents. Nothing that we're doing is looking to create barriers. We have this endowment to invest in the community, and if we don't invest it, it just grows interest but does nobody any good. So we're looking to get this money out. And I give an example. I had a young lady apply 2 years ago, and I think she was from an Ojibwe tribe in Wisconsin. But her dad was in prison and she couldn't get the documents that she needed to show that she was a descendant. As we were talking, it came out that she was in the Indian education program at her school. So we just called the school to get the 506 form, send it to us, just to show that she was enrolled, or her dad was enrolled. So just shows how we're not looking for those official documents. We just want to get this money into the hands of natives. And then you have to reside in the 7-county area here. You have to live in Anoka, Carver, Dakota, Hennepin, Scott, Ramsey, and Washington counties. If you are out of those counties, in the northern counties, there's a foundation called the Northland Foundation in Duluth that covers a large portion of northern Minnesota, that we work a lot with them to get relatives up north over to that foundation. So we're really looking to get investments into the community. So I'd like to apply, but I'm not sure what project I want to apply for. So this section, we're going to talk a little bit about realizing your potential, examining your interest, and coming up with a grant goal. We're going to walk through the steps today to identify that again. And this is something that you can share with friends and family that might see that the investment that you're getting, and that they might not know what they want. We can work through this together. So I'd like you to really think about what your passions are. And in this first worksheet that you have, it looks like this. We have education, we have culture and language, health and wellness, and economic independence. I'm going to fill this out for me, and we're going to talk about it. I really want you to fill this out for yourself. I want you to think of your passions in life and rank these at a 1 to 10. How important is education for you? The pursuit of education on a scale of 1 to 10. So for me, education is very important. Went to the University of Minnesota, but right now in my life, I'm going to say it's about a passion of a 5. Health and wellness is very important to me. I'm overweight. I really want to get healthy for my family. So this is up here at about a 7. Culture and language for me, this is a 10. And economic independence, this is about a 9 for me. We're really going through this in a couple seconds here, but you can really put some thought of this at home. Really, what's important to me? So when I look at this, I come here and say, all these are important to me. But culture and language is very important to me. That's my heart. And economic independence is a 9. So that's my second one. So that's a real quick worksheet that we can fill out, but I'll show you how that will trickle into how we formulate a grant goal. Has anyone in here heard of Nushke Games? I hate to give a shameless plug, but I'm going to use that as the case study today. But because before I worked here for Tiwahe Foundation, I got an investment from Tiwahe for my dream of Nushke Games. And it's a really good case study on how we can formulate a grant goal. So we look up in here, and my passions were culture and language and economic independence. Economic independence. I'd love to hear, just shout out some answers, or I'll call at your tables, what kind of things that you think we could use an investment under the impact of economic independences. We have expenses related to employment and businesses, entrepreneur opportunities, home ownership, housing. Did everybody know that economic independence impact area through to the Tiwahe Foundation, you could apply for that to help you with first-time home ownership? That 20% down that you need to get a house. We've had at least 4 requests for investments in that over the last year. So that's something that I love for you to take to the community. I know you're going to know young Native people looking to get a house for the first time. Share that with them. We had a request for an investment 2 years ago, a Native woman working in her job who was unfulfilled. She really wanted to be a real estate agent. Through her application, I learned that industry is represented by less than 1% of Native Americans. But that comes with a cost, that when we're already into our bills, we don't have that money to take those jumps, to take those risks. So she applied for an investment to get those certificates and get that done. And now she's got her own Native American real estate firm. Health and wellness. I'm so proud of this one because when I came on board about 2 years ago, we were getting maybe 1 to 2 requests for investments in this impact area per grant round. When I started, they wanted to do away with this one. We just wanted to go to three impact areas. And I'm so proud right now, every grant round, we've quadrupled the number of requests that we get for health and wellness. I can tell you the most impactful one that I've heard. We had a community member take an investment out to get a treadmill. And she lost, I think it was 180 pounds. Like, for as impactful as investments go, I cannot just mind-blowing how impactful that is. We've had community members that dedicated to their health get gym memberships, take cooking classes. I encourage you to apply for the full $2,500. If your grant goal looks like it's only going to come up to $1,700, that's okay. You can apply for that. You can only apply for an investment every 3 years. So if you're going to apply, I suggest that you make your investment as impactful as possible. So we do have applications that come in. All of the applications ask for one main impact area. So you'll choose what that one impact area is. But then there'll be a question saying, does this fit in any other impact areas? And that's where you can choose them. And you can break them up too. So like you were saying, you could do some for healthy living, and then the other part for your other investment too. Culture and language. Culture and language, this is my passion. Learning native languages, curriculum development, working with elders to learn and preserve native culture, cultural projects. My favorite one that we've invested in since I've been here is we had a community member identify an elder that was living in Wisconsin that still really practiced in the bulrush mat weaving. And she took out her investment to travel to meet with this elder 3 different times. So her investment covered her hotel, her gas, her gifts, and then she put a project together showing all the things that she learned and how she was going to share that with the community. Nushke Games, we started out as just working in the school districts, and we were able to take an investment out to expand our products and start our business. So definitely, like, Nushke Games is culture and language, but a little economic independence too. And then education that we talked to, any expenses related to earning degrees, certificates, vocation, may include, but not limited to, tuition, supplies, transportation, housing. When you go ahead and you're filling out your application, if you already have a business or a cause that you would like us to promote, there's a little checkbox on that. So after we close the grant round, I run that report and I see everyone that has something that you would like Tiwahe to promote. Then we'll reach out to you. We really pride ourselves on being the connector of community. We're trying to build that, I don't know what we're going to call it, the aunties list, somewhere you can come if you need someone in the community to do something. If you need a mechanic, well, we've granted out to many mechanics, but if we can't find them, so we're trying to be that central location. So please share that with us. That concludes the second video in our series. Through the activities in this video, we've done a deep dive into evaluating your interests. The tools that you've gained from this video will help you formulate a successful grant goal, not only in our opportunity, but other community opportunities that may come your way. I'm excited to see how you apply these valuable learnings in your journey ahead.